Hi everyone, I'm glad you're here as I continue my series for how IT works, and today we're going to be talking about hard drives. Now, what a hard drive is, it lets you store all your data. So when you put a picture or music or you type up a Word document, all the data is stored on your hard drive. Also your operating system, so Windows or Linux or whatever operating system that you have gets stored on your hard drive. So all your information is encompassed on here. And there's of course different size hard drives. This one's made for desktop. This one's made for laptop. Um, so that's just in terms of different sizes. They have different types of connection, but nowadays it's pretty standard with the connection called SATA, which looks like this type. It just has little connections like that, like, and that's what your SATA connection cable would be. It just plugs in there, and then there's going to be like a little bigger one, and that's your power. And that's for SATA. The older types had something like this, where it had a lot of long pins. That was actually called IDE. And you would have to look down here on the inside. It says number 1. So this is an IDE ribbon cable. You would want to put the red line on the cable where the number 1 is, so it would get plugged up like that. Just so you have an understanding of the connections. Yeah, there's not much about hard drives, except for it's just where you store all your data. I'm sure people are curious what the inside of a hard drive is like, and I actually have this taken off so I can show you. But be forewarned, you never, ever, ever want to take this off. By taking this off, you're allowing dust to get on there. And they have, I don't know what the exact number is, but there's a little head that goes and reads the information. I'll show you a close-up in a second. But it's like not touching by 0.001 inches. It's like barely there. And if anything happens to that, it won't be able to read the information off the disk. So when they actually take these off, it needs to be in a cleaning room where there is no dust whatsoever. So that's why you never want to take it off, because as soon as you take it off, it's exposed to all the dust and all the particles in the room, and your hard drive's ruined. So, but how the hard drive works is, I'm sure you've seen like CDs. It's kind of like that. If you look on the side here, you can see there's multiple platters. This only has 2. A lot of newer hard drives will end up having more. But all it does, it spins around. So when you hear it, it'll just spin, and then here's your arm that'll just go to either read or write the data in whatever location it's in. And it just puts the information on the laptop, and you can see there's an arm to read and write information underneath, on top and underneath for both of these platters, or both of these discs you see. And that's pretty much it. Now, I bet you some people have like looked at their hard drive and they've probably heard of disk drive fragmentation or defragging your hard drive. Just so you have an understanding of what that is, when you're writing data to a hard drive, it's going to, for the most part, say, we have a bunch of information that's all here, so it's going to write the data here. It's going to write it in like a line like here. But then later down the road, part of that information gets deleted because you no longer need it, so now you have space here. And so then other data gets written there, but there's not enough space, so it writes some of it here, and some of it here, and some of it here. As you can see, since it would be spaced out all over the drive, it would have to spin around, collect the information at the one part, then wait, go spin around more to get to another part, and then get to the third part to gather all the information, just so it can pull it up on your computer, whether it be a program or a file. As you can see, that would be completely inefficient if it would just spin and collect it all. So that's why they have a program called defrag. When you have it all sparsed out, it's a fragmented file. So when defrag does is it takes the files that are all broken up, it would pull them all off and then put them all together in one location. Therefore, it can read and write your disk faster. So that's why it is important to defrag your hard drive, because it will speed it up. That's pretty much it on hard drives. There really isn't much else to it. They're pretty basic, especially since you should never actually get in and access this part of your hard drive. Don't ever open it up unless you happen to be able to be in a clean room with obviously access to all the cleaning tools and suits and everything, so you won't contaminate your disk. But that's it for hard drives. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for tuning in and checking it out, and may you have success in all you do.